but let me tell you something, so does failure, right? Let me tell you who the biggest failures are. They're the people that don't start. I'm not saying this to be critical, and I know in this woke world we're in right now, we're not supposed to call people winners or losers, but in football, there's going to be a winner and loser. Biggest smack talk time of the year right now is during football season. I had my Seahawks hat on. I was in getting some feed for the horses and animals out here. And guy said, "Oh, you're a Hawks fan. Good luck with this season." I said, "You'll probably be surprised." By the way, what team you got? He had the Jets. I felt bad. The only, that pathetic franchise. But here we are talking smack. And I said, "Isn't it amazing that we can talk smack and still be friends?" It doesn't seem like that's the way the world is right now. But back to this discussion that's so critical and important. It's really critical that you do not find yourself getting jealous, envious of someone who's gone ahead of you, is moving faster than you. It can have an effect on a person. I just want you to know, I know it can have an effect on a person, especially if you're competitive and someone's burning it up and you feel like you're in park almost. It can start to dig at you a little bit. Well, let that be fertilizer for your success, but don't let it be envy in your heart, because what will happen is you'll start to create a little bit of a bitter root inside. And I always tell people, how can you end up having what you yourself can't embrace? I find it thrilling to see Michael Renz hit double diamond and Andrew and Nancy hit triple diamond, because it gives all of us something to embrace, to be able to say, listen, if they can do it, I can do it. And not to look at all the reasons why we can't do it, but to use it as evidence for why we can do it. The topic of what I'm going to train on today is going to be about getting your head right and not letting your own thoughts be your enemy. When people think about that, it really is the enemy with enemy that causes you to stumble, not someone else. But I honor Michael Renz for what he's accomplished. I met him through Mike Dew, and I think what he's done so far is a trailblazer, setting an example, reaching out and offering his extended hand of support, not giving a hand out, but giving a hand up. Michael, take some time, take 5-10 minutes, whatever you feel led to do, and just share what maybe comes to mind.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and welcome everybody. Excited here. Blaine, Mike Dew, setting this up, taking care of the team with all the social media. You guys are a blessing to the team, and I know everybody in the field really appreciates everything you guys are doing, because I know the ups of the admin side of the Facebook and the meetings and trainings. That is massive commitment, and our team thanks you very much for that. So I would just say this, that we went diamond on our anniversary, and there were some goals to set that, like Blaine said, we're very competitive, and we knew that we had a great team, and Blaine and Mike Dew and everybody on the Zoom is the reason the team went diamond, and double diamond is the team. It's you. It's not us. It's we put 25 people into business, and we work like animals for 20 hours a day for 31 days. And when we had diamond, I felt like a wet noodle. I felt like I was completely exhausted. I ran a marathon, could have just went and crawled in a hole for a week. But we knew that the bar had to be set, and we pushed the needle as hard as we could. My son's birthday is on the 29th of August, and we had double diamond on my son's birthday. And God bless us, we took a day to go celebrate. Now, probably shouldn't say this, but we just took off a day to cruise in the car to kind of celebrate. And we happened to take a break at a little casino, walked in there, spent 26 bucks, hit 14 grand. Somebody's looking out for us. And I never imagined my wildest dreams that would happen, but I guess it's just how we roll. I mean, we work really hard and we play even harder. And, at 59, a grandpa that's out of control, and my kids don't know what to think, hair's long, wild side, whatever. What I can do, others can do. What one can do, another can do. So I think that what everybody's got to understand is we're in a 30-day launch here again. This is another 30-day pre-build. And there's going to be one more of these before launch. That window will go by really quickly, right? We're in the second month of pre-launch, which is another 30-day run. And I stress with all my people, all my teams, I mean, I broke out of 25, 26 people, 23 of them are bronze and above. There's only a couple people that haven't qualified yet, and they're brand new. So it's important if your people join, and when you bring them into the business, you're not just having them join, you're not having them buy from you, you're not selling to them. They're joining your business to help you launch this business. And our job is to qualify every person. If they click the button to become a distributor, you helping them getting 2 wins, not option. I mean, if you want this to win, unless you flat out say, I'm not going to do it, then you say, well, let me know when you're ready. You don't waste no time. There's no time for tire kickers and people that, and you have to make it so simple that they can do it. And you know, when I talk to people about this, I dummy it down so much that I want them to say, well, Mike, if I can do it, or you know, what do I have to do? And can I do this? And well, I invited you to listen to a call. You didn't make it, so I sent you the recording. Could you invite somebody to listen to a recording? Of course you can. I mean, of course you can. I mean, who can't have somebody listen to something? And who can't get good at mastering the invite? And the invite might go, Jason, I know you said you're not interested, but you know, you got everything to gain and nothing to lose. I need some people on this call tonight. Can I count on you to be there? And I'm going to text them that link to be on the call. Half hour before that call, I'm going to call everybody. Are you going to be on? Be on early. You need to hear the beeps. And you force feed that invite, right? You master the invite. And it might be telling them, hey, Philip, you're brand new. Well, Philip's brand new. He's one of my guys that ain't qualified yet out of Canada. Philip, you're next. It's with Philip the same thing. He has to take action and get 2 people on. And I say it like this: if the car was being repossessed on next Monday, right? They're coming to get your vehicle. It's your lifeblood, right? And it's not a matter of do you have the money to pay for it. It's a matter you need 4 people signed up. I can tell you this: your sister would be ripping her credit card out of her hand. Your neighbor would be in a headlock. You'd be calling everybody you know. You'd go get 4 people today. And that's a mindset you have to have. You have to treat this like it wasn't $200, it was 200 grand, right? This is a business. Don't underestimate that it's $200, right? It's $200 and you got potentially unlimited income. No guarantee on income, but you know, so when you're talking to people about it, you know, you have to bring the best you ever had. You have to have them say, Philip, I've known you a long time, but oh my God, Philip just left my house. Guys climbing up the walls. I mean, like Jason said, this Woodford guy will jump all over you so bad until you sign up, but you have to bring it, but you can't overbring the information because they're looking at you. It's like, I don't know, you know everything. I don't know anything, right? So you have to dummy it way down so you can say, because they're looking at Philip and they're saying, is he going where I want to go? Is he going there? And if he's not bringing excitement and he's not postured, posture is key. You have to be postured. You have to, with or without that contact you're talking to, it needs to be 1000% clear you're going where you're telling them you're going. If they don't believe that, they're not going to want to come with you. And number 2, they're looking at you. Can I do this? Can I make money doing this? You have to have it so simple. As, of course, you can invite somebody to a call. And of course, you can send somebody your link and have them watch the 5-minute video. Of course, you can call them and follow up. Of course, you can call somebody, get caught up on life, and tell them why you want them to come with you. Not why you want to sell this to them. You want them to be a part of this launch. You want to take them with you. You want to put them under your wing. Then they have to know, is he going where I want to go? Can I make money? Can I do this? And can I make money doing this? And number 3, if I do this, will Philip be there to help me? And you have to deliver that. You have to deliver that. And you have to ask them questions to get them thinking. If you're just talking, you're not going to be signing people. But if you say, Philip, you know, how's work going? Oh, my wife's working a second job. You have to find those hot buttons to come back and say, you know what What if you did this part-time for 2 years and your wife could quit the second job? What if it was 3 months and she could quit the second job? You have to find, is it a school kids clothes? Is it a new refrigerator? I don't care if it's a mobile home, or is it a brand new Corvette, right? Or is it the dream vacation? You have to find what those hot buttons are, and you have to get them to understand this is just simply a vehicle to take them there, right? And there's nothing wrong with being brand new. So, well, Philip, tell me about the product and how does it work? Use a video, let that part go. But oh, great question. Even if you know the answer, say, hey, could I get you on with my business partner? Right? That now you got a three-way call that happened because you dummied it down, right? And you can't always count on a three-way call, but that's a good way to get them their questions answered. So, and I get all over the board here, but mastering the invite, holding yourself accountable. So for this month, everybody on this Zoom, I would just ask yourself right now, have you set your goals for this month too? And if you haven't set them, I highly suggest you set them and set the bar extremely high. Not 4 distributors, I'd set it at 8 or 12 to go platinum, minimum. And do the work. And let's say this Thursday's call. I mean, how many people can you get on that call? And I don't mean just message 50 people a message and then just go take a nap. I'm talking about hard work of calling, having a real person-to-person conversation, sharing with them what you're doing, helping identify would they be open. And if they say, well, I can't do it Thursday night, I got this going on. I mean, really? You don't have 30 minutes to just take a look? Right? It could change everything if you believed in yourself. So hold yourself accountable, have heavy goals. And as long as at the end of this month, you can go look in the mirror and say, you know what, my goal was 8 people. You know what, I only got 3, but I did this, I did that. I got all my samples sent out. I got my list. All my whiteboard's not here, but you've seen my whiteboards before. I got my list of who I'm working on. I got some people kind of interested. I got my LinkedIn branded. I upgraded my Facebook. And for you guys all on Facebook and gals, don't just go blast us all over Facebook. It's not what you do. There's people doing that, and that's not the right way to do it. You're a Facebook spammer, okay? Until you've exhausted every contact, and you went through your friends list, like Jason on this call, that went through every contact to make the list. He spent 7 hours just on his Facebook list to make the list. Identifies it the wife or husband? Is it their occupation? Is it their kids? Is it their have the MLM before? Not MLM. Are they business people? Building the list and taking the time to message 2, 3 of them, to work them to a phone call, and doing the digging to sort and sift the people. And until you've exhausted everybody in your phone and everybody in your Facebook list or social media list, until you've completed that, I highly suggest not to be pumping your business all over Facebook, because guess what? You call them, you think they're going to answer? Heck no, they're not going to answer because they know why you're calling, right? You already gave it all away, right? Why would you give it away before you had a chance to be personal with them? And that's the problem with social media. All these people are just like, well, I'm a great friend of Philip over there, but I never talked to the guy, but we're friends, great. It's just a way to be connected, but be disconnected. We're in the people business, and now that this COVID crap and noises, pollution our government's pounded on us is going away, we're getting back to not only these Zooms, but we're getting back to real calls, real meetings with people, meeting at the coffee shop, building a foundation. And you want your foundation of your business, your house, you want every brick on that foundation locked, armed, and ready to go off solid relationships. You're not going to build this business with a bunch of strangers and have a wall start to collapse because you got a stranger in your business that you haven't built a relationship with. Not saying cold market's bad, but you want to build your business with everybody you know. And if you have not contacted all your relatives, all your best friends, the bowling league, if you haven't contacted everybody you know personally, you have not begun to launch your business. And with this product that can put money in people's pocket for the holiday, and they don't have to max out their credit card, hoping they can get the kids enough gifts to make them happy, you've got the answer for them. You've got the answer for them. And when they see it from a product standpoint, and they really see it, if they don't join your business, they're missing the one opportunity that rolled by their desk in a lifetime where this is the mother lode. We've been in this industry a long time. We've done well, Blaine, all of us. We have the mother lode, and you're all founders. We got 60 days till we officially launch. What you're sharing with them is something that they're hearing about so far in advance. They're going to hear about it all next year. They're going to hear about it the following year. They're going to get pitched. We already got guys in our hometown. The guy came over to my house and he's running for 93rd district and he sings in the band Memories, some old man. And I showed him this and he goes, I seen it on Facebook. Well, I seen this before. He said, I'm not really interested in joining, but I know a lot of people that want to make money. Us Republicans, we're about making money. And I pitched him right here in my driveway. He's got product, right? I sold 2 packs at the gas station yesterday by taking the time and planting the seed and getting a conversation going, right? One guy was really ornery. He was mad about the gas. He didn't want to hear it. But I told him I'm a double diamond and gave him a little hint of what that means. And I can tell you when he left with the product, he's definitely looking at the website, right? Who wouldn't want to do a 6-figure income and beyond, or potentially 6 figures monthly? Because make no mistake, that's going to happen for some people. And there's a bunch of you on this call it will happen for. So just want to say this, keep it really simple. Use your life experiences of who you are, because you're all great people. You all have a ton of life experiences. When you talk to people, ask questions and listen. When you're done with that conversation, ask yourself, would I want to be on the other end of that call? Were they selling me or were they trying to help me? You want to make sure that people are, you love your people, and you love their people. We're in the people loving, people building business. And if you serve your people, and make no mistake, I put 26 people in the business. There's almost 700 people in the team. It did happen because the leaders like Blaine, like Jason, and many of you on this, Mr. Mike Dew, Mr. Register, all of you that are on here, Jeff Wayne, Jeff Fleck, platinum, gold, platinum, platinum, gold, platinum, gold, platinum, super platinum there, Jason, ultra super platinum there in Blaine. Dickey's here, platinum. I mean, Smith's here. They got a team in Indiana that Blaine's going to support on Saturday night. So, but take the time and listen to what your people are saying. You just need a small hot button of them talking about something they don't like, whether it's their job, whether it's the world, whether it's the cost of goods, and find out what is their dream, what makes them tick, what part of the conversation can you turn around after you listen for 10 minutes to turn it around and earn your right to share. Don't just dump on them. You got to ask them questions, get them flowing, hear what they're saying, figure out, maybe even take notes. And so when you get your window to lay this on them, you're sharing with them everything that they're thinking and what you heard from them, and you're bringing them the answer. You're bringing them the way that they can fix the problems they're sharing with you. Everybody's got problems. Well, everybody's busy. I don't know anybody. Really? You got a cell phone, there's not 50 to 100 people. Really? You don't know anybody? Next. I mean, if that's the answer, I don't have time for that. And you shouldn't either. Don't let people bog you down. So last and not least, this weekend, there's going to be some massive announcements. There's several of you on the Zoom right now that you're really going to love these announcements. This will inspire all of you to push yourselves to the next level and the next level and the next level, because we know recognition is a big thing. It's important to be recognized as a leader. Some of you may or may not care, may be more interested in the check, but at the end of the day, recognition does deliver your story, to take your story to your prospects. And just real quick, hey, I got involved. I was looking for something. I was looking for a little extra money. I'm kind of bored. I work online. I heard about this company with these gas tablets and I tried them. They worked. I decided to jump in with both feet. I spent a measly $200. I put 8 people in. I got 30 in my team. I just hit gold. I'm shooting for platinum. How you doing? Package your story, package your invite, master the follow-up, master the 3-way call. If you do those 3 things, master invite, master process, or master invite, master the presentation, whether it's a video or a recorded call, and master your 3-way follow-up, you will not only win, but you'll win big, and your people will learn for that. When you bring somebody to a 3-way call, you make sure your upline is shared with you how to do a proper 3-way call. But when you go in that 3-way call, people just like, oh, Mike's got it covered. Okay, I'll go have a sandwich. No, when that 3-way call is going, you better be taking notes, because when that 3-way call is done and I hand it back to you, you say, George, stay on the line. Stay on, George. I'll let you go, Mike. I know you're busy. When I hang up, that person's ready to sign up. And you need to capture what was said, how it was said, in that order. And if you master what we do on 3-way calls, you'll sign 90 to 95% of all your people. We do not do 3-way calls. We sponsor them all because we got it mastered. So I hope that all helps. Thank you, everybody, so much for your support and belief in us. We will deliver on your expectations. I know Mr. Blaine Williams here, Mr. Mike Dew, Jason on the call, Jeff Wayne. I mean, everybody on this call, Jeff Fleck. We're all here to serve you, and we'll do the best we can to deliver on that. You will not be disappointed with our support line. So thank you very much, everybody.
That's great, Michael. Appreciate that. That was a great stint of teaching. Let's give him a big hand.
25 minutes. Sorry, Blaine. I just ate the whole call up, so we'll have to extend it back.
That was the quickest 10 minutes I've ever seen, Mike. Hold on a second. Hey, I'm on a morning webinar. I'll call you back. All right. Anybody remember the Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks kicker, Norm Johnson? Anybody remember Seahawks kicker, Norm Johnson? Leading scorer in Seahawks franchise history, played with Jim Zorn. Anyway, he just came on the team down through, he came down through Chuck Thomas, by the way. Chuck Thomas, 2-time Super Bowl champion. We've got some elite people that have come into the company. We're very proud of them. We've got 5 minutes, so I'm going to push my training to tomorrow. I'm going to just talk about, first of all, what Michael gave you was what I call Winnie the Pooh wisdom, KISS. What does KISS mean? It means keep it system simple. Keep it system simple. There's only 3 components here, and the 3 components are, or the 3 roles, if you might, the 3 positions, right, are the professional inviter. There is no more important position in our company than the professional inviter. That's what you are when you get into the business. You're a professional inviter. And what is your job? Your job is to find the piquing interest that Michael talked about. So if you're listening to this recording, or if you're on this webinar today, go to the recording. It'll be up on the YouTube channel a little bit later today, as will the ones from last week. Apologize for yesterday. We had a power outage. Could not bring the webinar up. But let me just say this to you, that the first role, the most important role, is the professional inviter. And then the second role is the professional presenter and closer. Second role. It's like 2 positions on a football team or a baseball team. If you have a catcher and a pitcher, would you ever in your mind think that the pitcher is also the catcher? How many of you here understand baseball enough to know that the pitcher, the 95-mile-an-hour pitcher, cannot also be the catcher? He can't move there quick enough. How many of you realize that? Come on, show me your hands. Of course not. And yet, we tell people be a professional inviter. They try to be the professional inviter and the presenter and the closer and the trainer. It doesn't work like that, not effectively. So the first role is inviter. The second role is presenter and closer. The third role is trainer, mentor. Now, you want to learn all these roles. This week, we'll devote our time to talking about these 3 roles. But if you're not a platinum yet, and you're not a platinum plus, which you're going to hear about Saturday, I can't go into it. I'm sworn to secrecy, but let me tell you, it's going to be a big deal what you hear. Platinum is a great place to get. And if you're not there yet, you got to scratch and claw and fight to get there. It's that level you get to where you set up a base shop and now you grow to diamond or maybe some alternatives to diamond. I wish I could tell you, but I can't. So my point is this. If you're not a platinum yet, don't worry about being a presenter. Don't worry about being a trainer or mentor. Please understand that the only thing you need to train people when they come in until you're platinum beyond is how to invite. If every one of you on this webinar, we've got about 30 people on here today. If every one of you was an inviter, we'd have 100 people on here right now, right? And we'd have 500 people on the evening calls Monday and Thursday. We got to be inviters. That you've got to master that. And once you master that, then teach that to your people. So you should be only discussing with your upline, with the leadership on this. You should only be discussing, what do I do to be the best inviter that I can be? How many would say that if that's all you needed to do in the first month in your business was be an inviter, and that's it? That would simplify it, wouldn't it? How many would agree with that, right? It would simplify it. And the second thing is being the presenter and closer. Michael Renz is not throwing hot air up your pant leg when he tells you he closes 95%. I close probably 90, 95%. Some of you do, but the point is that if you've got someone good doing a really good invite, they get them on with you, it makes it easy to do it. So we'll talk this week about what it means to be an outstanding professional inviter. It's the most important position. It's the most dignified position in our plan. Then you have the mentor trainer. So we're going to talk about that this week. I want to say this, that the question has come up by a few people. And that is, why should I go to Minnesota in October? Or I'll go to Minnesota in October as soon as I'm making money. That's like a doctor, a kid that wants to be a doctor saying, well, as soon as I'm getting a doctor's check, then I'll enroll in USC medical school. That's like a football player saying, as soon as I have a Super Bowl ring, then I'll go out and work out at practice. I mean, the event in October is the gathering. It's like the NFL draft. It's like where we come together to mastermind, to celebrate, to plan our ascension to dominance in the world of direct selling internationally. The announcements that will happen at that event, the relationships you will form at that event will be lifelong. The belief that you'll see some people get, I want you to listen to this. You'll see people get on the stage of that event that will talk. And I don't mean to be sarcastic, but some of them will barely be able to put a sentence together, but they'll be double platinums, 24 people sponsored. They're making $5,000, $6,000 a month. And you're going to be sitting in your chair because you're brilliant, sharp, and bright thinking, oh my God, what's wrong with me? Well, let me tell you what will happen. You'll come home from that event after having met Michael, myself, my wife, Brooke, Mike Dew, his beautiful wife, Andrew and Nancy. You'll come home and at that event in October, in less than 2 months, this will become so real, it will drop from your head down into your heart. I'm going to tell you right now, the people that get to the event will accelerate their growth to the big checks by 6 to 10 months. And the people that miss that event, and some will have to miss it because of a wedding or some other event, I get it. But the people that miss that event, they are going to slow their growth down by a factor of 3 to as long as 6 months because of what they will miss. Someone says, I'll listen to the recording. It will not be the same. You've got to get to the event, get your room booked. I'll wrap it up with this. And Jason Meisner, it's great to see you on here. I think I owe you $1 million bill, Jason. So I need you to send me any of the platinums on here that would like to have any of the platinums on here that would like to have a $1 million bill. Send me an email And if you're committed to going platinum, or you want to just declare your goal, send me an email. I'll share it with Michael Renz and the other leaders. If you're going to go silver, actually, if you're going to go gold or platinum, if you're going to go silver, that's your goal. You don't need to send me an email. We'll cheer you on. But if you're going to go gold or platinum or beyond, I want you to send me an email to Coach Blaine. That's spelled BLAINE, Coach Blaine at Gmail. Don't worry if you're not in my group. I'm not looking to influence you unless I can help you make a lot of money. I'm interested in lifting you up and encouraging you. If I get something from one of you that is in Mike Dew's group or in Michael Renz's group, but not necessarily in mine, I'll make sure I pass it along. But send me a text. I am committed to platinum. I want the date when you're going to hit it, or I'm committed to gold, and I want the date. I want to acknowledge Karen up in Canada and all of you Canadians. There were some challenges getting product up there because of customs. I strictly blame that on the socialistic government of Canada, by the way. So I don't want to offend you people, our Canadian friends, but it was not our company's problem. It was literally a customs issue that they're checking it down. So not to get political here, and I apologize if that offends anybody. We're freedom fighters here at MPG Extreme. But I want to commend you in Canada that had to wait for that product. We're frustrated by it. Same thing I had happen in Hawaii. I want to encourage you, and I want to acknowledge those of you that waited, Karen in particular, but others. She's got the right attitude. She's a winner. So last but not least, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Pacific time, we'll be back on here. We'll talk about the 3 roles. I'm going to do a bunch of teaching. And the first thing I'm going to talk about tomorrow morning is to not compare yourself with other people that are blazing the trail and let it tear you down or discourage you. Champions are built upon being torn down. Ask the Marines, ask a good athletic coach. If you're going through a testing time right now, and thank you for letting me go a couple minutes longer. If you're going through a testing time right now, if you're on this call, how many of you are having your metal checked out a little bit here? I am. Listen, I'm having my paint peeled a little bit. I mean, I hate to listen. I refuse to lose, and I'm thankful for Michael Renz for blazing the trail. Why? Because one thing I can tell you, I fight really well from the corner, and some of you do too. Just remember Sylvester Stallone. They counted him out. But right after they figured he was knocked out, he came back and he won that fight, right? Champions are born in the crucible of fire and hardship. I'm telling you right now, do not let anything, I'm not telling you this as a mandate, and I'm not your boss. I'm talking to myself right now. Right now, I'm talking to myself. If you want some of it, you take it. Do not let yourself speak out of your mouth. The power of life and death comes out of your mouth. Do not let speak out of your mouth. You're getting your ass handed to you. Nothing's happening for me. The bad things are taken. My people aren't doing anything. Hey, let me tell you something. Your people are probably doing about as much as you are. The speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. Do not allow yourself to get down when your business results aren't looking good. That's when you got to press in, gut it up, dig deep, and tell yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself, I was born for this. I'm a champion. I'm an overcomer. I'm a platinum. I'm a diamond. I'm a winner. I'm going to plug in because I want each one of you to know this. I'm looking at you on the screen. My eyes are looking at your eyes right now. There's not one of you that we don't believe in. There's not one of you that we don't know can be a platinum and beyond. Not one of you. And we know this. The more testing that you go through, and I'll close with this, promise. The more testing you go through, the more God must expect great things from you. When I was an athletic coach, the athletes that I was hardest on during the practices were the guys that were going to make the game happen. The athletes, the safeties, the linebackers, the receivers, the quarterback that I knew would make that game happen and bring home the victory. They were the ones during practice that we were the most demanding on and the hardest on. So I'm just telling you, if you're getting your butt handed to you a little bit right now, trust me, It's because you are headed for great things. Einstein said all great events are preceded from violent opposition. So I'm going to close with this. If you're in the middle of it and it feels like nothing's happening the way you want, take a deep breath, dig in, get tough, grow a rhino horn and get after it. Because you're going to have your breakthrough. In this month, September, you're going to turn the corner as we head to the launch. You're going to have a breakthrough and you're going to have one of the greatest stories to tell. Amen? How many agree with this? This is good stuff. I should charge you extra for this, but I'm not going to. Michael Renz, thank you, buddy. Tomorrow, hey, don't miss it. We're going to have a great training. Get all of your teammates on it because this is the month. September is the first month. Last month was just practice. This month is getting real. Isn't that right, Jason Meisner? Isn't that right, Derek Anderson, the Colonel? Isn't that right, Chuck Thomas? This is real time. Season has started. So I wish you the best. We'll see you on the call tomorrow. Don't forget, tomorrow evening, we've got that great company-wide call. Lots of opportunity. Don't miss it tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. And Michael Renz, lastly, thanks again.